Hi, I'm John Scholl, President of Service Quality Institute. I'd like to talk about something American firms, U.S. firms, have been fanatical about for the last 1 to 2 years, and I think they've gone crazy. And that is all the customer satisfaction surveys that they do. Everywhere you go for a restaurant, if I fly a lot on Delta Airlines, every time they interface with me, they have to take half of the time to ask me, how was everything? I think the problem we have in the U.S., it's not as bad around the world. It is crazy in the United States. Now, my concern is some of the international firms, in other parts of the world may copy what the U.S. people are doing, which I think is bonkers. I think they've gone totally overboard, and it is going to backfire big time on American companies. People are tired of surveys and surveys and surveys. Every time they pick up the phone, they have an email, they have a conversation. It's crazy. Now, I don't mind a survey 1 out of 5 times, 1 out of 10 times, but not 100% of the time. Now, I ask a lot of people, are you filling out these surveys? And virtually everybody I talk to says no. And I don't think companies do very much with this information they collect, but it's kind of a cool thing today to say, well, I'm doing a survey, it's on my receipt, or we're going to give an incentive to somebody, you're going to win $1,000, we got 100,000 people that are entering into this, but you could win $1,000 if you fill out the survey, or just, can you help me out and do a survey? I think it's overkill, it is far reach. I've been writing and speaking on customer service for longer than anybody in the world. And years ago, we had these customer comment cards, and people would fill out the customer comment card. Now, the reason it stopped is because the customer finally realized nobody did a dang thing with these stupid comment cards. People would collect them, they'd fill them out, and the companies would put them in an envelope or a box or something like that. Nothing ever happened. Well, I think the same thing to a great degree is true with all this customer satisfaction surveys. So my recommendation is, if you're going to do it 1 out of 10 times. Don't do 1 out of 2. Don't do 100%. You are going to ruin your customer base. They're going to get so disillusioned. It will totally backfire. Now, J.D. Powers, I think, is helping drive some of the stuff in the United States. I think it's overkill. I think it's wrong. And if I was you, I'd figure out how to back off on the customer satisfaction surveys that your company is doing right now. And if you're somewhere else in the world, whatever you do, do not copy the American firms. They're way overboard, they're crazy, they're nuts. It doesn't work. I don't think it has any impact on customer service. I don't think, frankly, most companies really care, but somewhere in human resources or in marketing, we thought it was cool to put in this survey, and so now we're doing these surveys. So my recommendation, again, do not copy the Americans. They're crazy. Number 2, if you are an American, reduce what you're doing by probably 90%. And then you're going to have a better response, and you're going to have a greater success with your customers. Thank you very much. I'm John Scholl.